Now our topic is HANA migration cockpit. Now HANA migration cockpit. So let's discuss what is HANA migration cockpit and how it would be used. First thing is that why HANA migration cockpit is coming into the picture. Earlier we were having LSMW. Now SAP is saying that LSMW, the replacement of LSMW would be the HANA migration cockpit. Although it is not a 100% successor, but for the migration option, that is the option which SAP would be looking forward to develop the more migration capabilities. So why SAP wants to drop LSMW? Because the way it is constructed, the way the architecture of LSMW is there, that if you want to load anything with the LSMW, you need to follow different 10 to 14 steps. You need to do it, and after you complete those 10 to 14 steps, you would be able to load the data by using LSMW. These 10 to 14 steps, consultants level, they can understand, but if this knowledge can be given, if we expect that LSMW would be used by the key users or the business users, they don't understand those complicated steps. It is too difficult, too complicated for the key users and business users to understand those LSMW part. That's why, because of this complication in the nature, SAP wants to bring up a product which is more simpler, which can be easily adopted by your key users or the core users who would be involved into the data transfer projects, and they would be able to use it easily rather than having a complex structure of LSMW. So here basically you need to do the recording or batch input or whatever the BDC you use it. First initial few steps you do it to just generate a Excel, that what is the different column, and the Excel would be there. Initial 4 or 5 steps is related to that only. In HANA migration cockpit, SAP is saying that we are having a standard objects. So standard objects, for standard objects, we will be having a standard Excel template. So Excel template will be there, which you just need to fill it up and upload into the HANA migration cockpit. It's as simple as that. Okay, now let's see what would be the architecture for HANA migration cockpit. So HANA migration cockpit can work with your SAP system or non-SAP system. Okay, here you would be having your this is your HANA DB, HANA database, which is connected with your S/4HANA application layer. Okay, so this HANA migration cockpit is sitting on the application layer in your S/4HANA. The first step which we will be doing in HANA migration cockpit is, as the first step, we would be going ahead and creating project, and within the project we will be activating our object. What is object? Object, let's say the material. We want to upload the material. Okay, that we'll be doing as a first step. We'll be creating a project and we'll be uploading and we'll be activating our object. That's the material we want to load the data. That would be your first step, which we will be doing it here. Once the first step is completed, then in the second step, we would be able to download XML templates. In second step, we will be able to download XML template of your material master, which can have a multiple tabs in it, where basically we need to update the different kind of or different set of data. So once that part is done, so right now I'm explaining you that HANA Migration Cockpit, which we can use it through the Excel file uploads method. So once that part is done, then what you would be doing, whether it's a SAP system or non-SAP system, as a third part, as a third step, you need to extract the data. From your legacy system, you need to extract the data. After extracting the data, as a fourth step, what you need to do, you need to transform the data. What do we mean by transform the data? Transform the data in your legacy system. There can be material type can be finish, okay, which you want to actually change it to FERT. That is one example. Another example can be there. There are 4 materials created for a same material. So you want to remove the duplicates. That you need to do here in the transformation. There is some business rule. You want to set it up. In the business rule, you want to put it up that if the material type is FERT and your plants are the manufacturing plants, your MRP type would be PD. So that those kind of business rules you want to put it up. That all would be covering under the transformation, and we need to do it manually. So manual Excel files need to be checked, Excel files need to be transformed, and it need to be prepared in the structure which can be uploaded. So it need to be transformed into this structure. Okay. So then in the fifth step, what we would be doing, we would be doing a transform and prepare this structure, prepare the XML structure with the data load. So this XML would be available. Then we will, in the sixth step, what we would be doing, once this is available, in the sixth step, we would be loading this into the system. In S4HANA system, you will load this file. So once you load it as a sixth step or previous to sixth step, I will mention in the seventh step, we need to also maintain some mappings. So mappings need to be maintained between your ECC data and S4HANA data. So whatever I have said here, finished can be maintained as FERT. Either you directly change it in your file, or you can remain it as it is, and you can change it. You can create a mapping within S4HANA. With this mapping, it can find it out that, let's say example, if the industry, if the material group is coming as a MAT1 from the legacy system, it need to be changed to material group L001 in ECC system. So this is a mapping. Although in your Excel sheet it would be MAT1, but when it will go inside the SAP system, it will be changed to L001. So that kind of mapping. Your finished material type need to be changed to FERT. Even though you can also put the mapping for the material code itself. Here you are having a material code 12321, but when it is coming to S4HANA, you have some pre-structure FG/12321. That is a material code you want to go ahead with S4HANA. So that material code mapping also you can do. So all fields, whatever the fields we have available, all fields we can do the mapping. Anything we can change it. Okay. So once this mapping has been done, you have load the system. Finally, you would be executing to export export the data into your S4HANA system in the last step. So what will happen in that step when you will be doing it, when you will be finally doing your data transfer. So we are doing a material, right? So we are doing a data in Excel. At the back end here in the HANA database, you would be having a tables like Mara, Mark, or Mard. So these tables would be updated through APIs. This API can be your functional modules or standard BAPIs would be used, which would be updating a data into these tables. So that would be the full cycle. In short, if I will explain you, downloading a data, downloading a template from the migration cockpit, filling a template with the data required, and uploading it back to the HANA migration cockpit. That would be the straight away 3 simple steps with the HANA migration cockpit with XML templates. Most of the XML templates for, no, not the most now, all of the XML templates for your HANA migration cockpit for all of the objects related to master data and the transactional data, which we are basically, we need to create the open transactions, would be available with the HANA migration cockpit as a out of the box. So with this HANA migration cockpit, there would be basically 2 transactions here. Okay, what would be the 2 transactions? The 2 transactions here would be, which we would be doing, is LTMC and LTMOM. What are the 2 transactions which we are going to use? First is LTMC. In LTMC, we will be doing all of the operational activity. Downloading the, creating your project, then downloading your, creating project, activating object, downloading XML templates, filling the XML templates and uploading it back, and final execution of your data transfer. All of the steps which I have mentioned here would be done through the transaction LTMC. Then there is a second transaction which is called LTMOM. Okay, second transaction which will be there as a LTMOM. This LTMOM is data HANA migration data modeler. It is called data modeler. With this data modeler, what we would be doing, with this data modeler, you would be able to change SAP Standard Excel. SAP Standard Excel came with the 200 fields, but you only need 40 fields to get data uploaded for your business. Okay, you want to remove rest of the fields. You have some Z fields which need to be part of your Excel template. Those Z fields need to be included. Some of the field you want to just put a default value. So those all kind of changes you would be able to do from LTMOM. LTMC can be given to the core users, but LTMOM would be with the data experts or with the functional consultants only. We don't give it LTMOM to the business users.